The call came at 3:17 a.m. Moscow time. My CIA handler's voice flat, too quiet. A local gang, the ones your sister sued. He paused. They beat her. A longer pause. They left her in an alley. She didn't make it. Silence filled the line. I could hear him breathe. I could almost hear myself not breathe. Evelyn. My sister. The only person who ever insisted I still had a soul beneath the missions and the false names. The director slid a thick file across the table. 48 hours, a black flight. Make sure to kill them all, he said, and the folder spilled with names. 15 in total. I looked at the paper, then at the clock. 48 hours. That's a little over 3 hours per target. But I wasn't counting in bullets. Not yet. I needed to understand. Evelyn hadn't died because she sued a gang. She died because she knew something someone wanted buried. They said she'd been found behind a nightclub. Broken ribs, a fractured skull, wallet gone. A robbery. But Evelyn never took risks like that. Her door stood unlocked. There was no sign of forced entry. Her laptop drives had been pulled. Her phone lay on the floor beside the bed. The last message, he knows, I can't hide this anymore. Not they. He. The color drained from my hands. Evelyn never wasted words. I checked the number. Not in her contacts. Unknown. Country code. American. Langley. It wasn't the gang. It was someone closer. Someone who had used me. I traced her last 48 hours. Emails, cab rides, CCTV. She'd met a man at Cafe Ray. Gray coat, half her age, mirrored shades, posture that spoke of training. The footage was grainy, but the walk was familiar. Agency movement leaves its own signature. He sat with her for 43 minutes. She didn't smile once. He leaned in, whispered. She went through fear, anger, then blank. The feed cut. The cafe server log showed a hacked access point that hour. Footprints erased before I even arrived. I called the number she'd texted. Voicemail after 3 rings. This inbox belongs to Agent Marcus Hale. Marcus, my field partner for 6 years. The man who'd swore to protect my family while I was under. I remember one of his last offhand lines. Sometimes loyalty is simply currency. I didn't sleep. I replayed every briefing, every classified whisper, every mission where I trusted him. Beneath the numbness, rage gathered itself like a weapon. I found Marcus in a hotel outside Warsaw. He didn't expect me. He smiled as if we were still brothers. Didn't think you'd come this far, he said. I laid a folder on the table. Evelyn's autopsy, payment transfers with his name, her legal complaint against a shell company tied to his firm, the one laundering agency Black Funds. He looked at the pages, then at me. His hand trembled before he steadied it with a drink. She was going to ruin everything. He said finally, You don't understand the scale. She was my sister. He laughed, soft, bitter. You think that matters to people like us? I said nothing. I wanted his words to drown him. I slid a flash drive across the table. He didn't pick it up. He knew it was on it. Recordings, meeting logs, transfer records, the order for her death. I left it there. No threats. No shouting. Just a quiet truth sitting between us, like a loaded gun neither of us wanted to touch. The agency cannot forgive scandal. By morning, he was in custody for review. By nightfall, he used his service pistol on himself in a holding cell. I watched the CCTV once. He looked calm, resigned. They called me in for debrief. I said nothing about Evelyn, nothing about the drive. Another closed case in a long line of internal cleanups. Before I left Warsaw, I mailed a second copy of the files to every journalist Evelyn had ever followed. Her name would be remembered now not as a victim, but as the crack that split their empire. I flew back to Moscow that night. There was no celebration, no satisfaction, only silence. Her photograph sat on my desk, the corner crease, coffee stain at the edge. I touched it, then turned it face down. The director called again. Good work. Want another assignment. I stared out the window at the city glowing under snow, indifferent to everything. No, I said, I'm done. He didn't argue. They never do when they know what you become. I have 48 hours before they send someone to erase me. 2. That's fine. I already did what I came to do. I killed them all, just not with bullets. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.